Morning, first grade. Welcome back to Grammar. This week we have started taking a look at the difference between a question sentence and an exclamation sentence. Remember that a question sentence wants to ask a question, is looking for an answer. An exclamation sentence means that you are going to say that sentence with feeling. It's something really exciting, or it could be something really scary, something you really want someone to know about, and you get a little louder with your voice. So today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be looking at some questions behind us, and we want to make them into different kinds of sentences. So let's get right to work. Today we have this question. Does John like to play with blocks? And what we want to do is we want to make it from a question sentence to a statement. So, does is a question word, isn't it? But it's our verb. We have to start with John. Does John like to play with blocks? John does like to play with blocks. And then I need to make sure I have a period at the end of my sentence. Okay? So, here's what we have right now. The sentence says, Cass is at school. We want to make that into an asking sentence. We want to ask about Cass at school. So Cass is at school. How would we make that into a question? We would say, is Cass at school? And what would I need to put at the end of that sentence? I would need to put a question mark. Why? Because it's asking us something. Is Cass at school? And we could say, yes, Cass is at school. Let's look at this last one. Currently, it's a question. Has Liz a good kick? We want to make it into an exclamation. Ooh, and we better make sure that we have a capital letter at the beginning of our sentence. So, has Liz a good kick? We want to say, Liz has what? A good kick. And then we need an exclamation mark because it's an exclamatory sentence. Liz has a good kick. All right, my friends. Today, you have a worksheet that looks like this, and it's actually two-sided. So, I would like you, please, to make sure that you have this sheet out along with your pencil. Get your name on your paper, and we're going to go through some of this sheet together. Okay, now that our name is on our paper, we are on this first side of the sheet. It's page 18 at the bottom, the first side. Remember, it says a question ends with a question mark. Example, will Don win? An exclamation ends with an exclamation mark. Here's our example. Don can win. Notice there's an exclamation here. There was a question mark at the end there. Now, what we need to do is we need to read through these, and we need to decide if it's going to have a question mark or an exclamation mark. We're going to circle the correct mark and write it on the line. Let's go ahead and get started. This is fun. What kind of a mark will that need? Right, it needs an exclamation mark. So circle it. And then when I'm making an exclamation mark, you can see my line started at the top and went just below the dotted line. And then I need a little dot at the end. That is how you make your exclamation mark. Number 2, what can Sal do? What can Sal do? What can Sal do? That needs to be a question, doesn't it? Number 3, can Bill toss it? Can Bill toss it? Yes, hopefully you put a question mark. Now, these last 3, I'm going to read them for you, and you need to put your answers down, okay? So here we go. I like this. I like this. Circle the correct mark and put it on your line. Number 5, did Sam go up the hill? Did Sam go up the hill? Circle the correct mark, put it on the line. Number 6, he can kick it. He can kick it. Is that a question or an exclamation? Circle the correct one and put it on the line. All right, let's flip to the back side. Make sure that your name's on the back side too. All right, now we need to read the sentence. If the sentence is good as it is, we're gonna write a C. If it's not correct, you need to write the whole sentence correctly. Let's look at the first one. Did Nat come in? It says, did Nat come in? It's right now as an exclamation. Should it be? No. So we need to rewrite the sentence. And instead of an exclamation mark, we need to have a question mark. Did Nat come in? And then make sure you put your question mark at the end. Okay. Number 2, if you need more time, make sure you go ahead and you pause that video so you can finish writing it. We're gonna move on to number 2. That is fun. That is fun. It currently has an exclamation mark. Does that make sense with that sentence? Yes, it does. So I'm going to write a C on the line. And I'm going to tell you, friends, that number 3 and 4 are not correct. So you need to read the sentence. I would circle the mistake and then rewrite it correctly with the correct exclamation mark. Do that for 3 and 4. When you are done with both sides of your sheet, make sure that you put it back in your Wednesday folder, and then we will see you back here tomorrow.